G'day. This is Dingo Billabong in the land down under, talking to you Yanks. We're going to be bringing you the Australia's Cup exclusive coverage on ESPN. With me is my good friend, Abo Wallagon.
G'day.
G'day. G'day.
G'day.
We're going to be bringing you exclusive coverage, and it's a beautiful day here. We're going to be having exciting interviews with Jimmy Connors, the captain or the skipper of the American boat, and with the freehold doctor himself.
I think it's going to be a very good eye for sailing today.
G'day.
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 The winds are kind of light, but a little heavy, and I think the Australian boat's going to have a very good chance today. Good day for the Australians.
G'day.
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 G'day. G'day. We've got a beautiful sunny day here in Fremantle.
But kind of cloudy.
Yes, a little cloudy, but it's quite sunny actually, and you can see that the sun is shining quite brightly actually today.
But kind of overcast.
Just a little. And there you see a good shot of the two boats. There's the Australian boat right there, and off to the port there you can see the American boat. The Australian boat looks very fit today, very fit, very trim and ready to go. And there's a foul at the start, but no protest flags. There you see one of the many spectator boats out here, under power. And there's the committee boat. Yes, there's the committee boat. The committee members are watching for a legal start. And I think we're about ready to have the gun, and that's the gun. And they're making wonderful headway upwind on the first leg.
It's very exciting.
Up, the American boats initiated attacking duel upwind. And I believe that, yes, that's the Fremantle doctor kicking in now.
We're going to have an interview with him later on.
Very good. While the boats are beating upwind, I think we'll have a little Australian atmosphere for you Yanks, and we'll play one of our favorite national theme songs. And then we have a magnificent tactical maneuver by Jimmy Connors, the American skipper. He's just tacked across the bow of the Australian boat to take the lead. And while we're watching this amazing turn of events, let's cut back to a little more music. And here we see that the Australian boat has just played a wonderful little bit of wind shift and has now taken the lead, has taken it completely out of our camera view. And while we're watching this, let's go back to a little bit of music. we've seen another magnificent bit of maneuvering by the American skipper, and it looks now that the American skipper is in the lead, playing another wind shift on the third downwind leg. It's really quite an amazing race. Good eye from the America's Cup races. Good eye. The you see here that the two boats are now on the fifth downwind leg, and the Australian boat's a little bit in the lead, but not too much.
Yes, not too much.
Actually, it's widening a bit. It looks like a tremendously large lead here. Why don't you have me another one of them beers?
All right.
This is really a truly exciting race, the fourth and possibly final race in the America's Cup Series. The excitement here is really quite amazing. The crowd is going wild.
But very calm, considering.
Yeah, considering the crowd is going wild, but they're actually quite subdued. While we're watching this amazing race, let's listen to a little more Australian music. And here we have an interesting development in the race. The two boats have now split their tacks on the 8th upwind leg, and it looks like the American boat's got a substantial lead, an extremely long lead.
Although rather slight.
Rather slight, but still, on the other hand, it's extremely long. And we see that the Australian boat's now actually headed, bearing off downwind, and they're headed off the course. It's incredible.
It is a quite amazing race, and I think it shows what a good skipper that Jimmy Connors is. And it's really rather amazing to me that Connors can be such a good skipper, and at the same time, one of the world's best tennis players.
It's truly amazing that Mon's truly a man of astounding talents in many different fields, although he's not quite that good. An interesting development here on the course down here off Perth and Fremantle. The clouds are beginning to gather. I don't know if this is going to have a major effect on the race, but it's difficult to tell.
Yes, they're predicting very severe rains, although it's going to be quite sunny.
It's interesting that we've got this kind of sunny weather, yet they're still claiming to have rain, and I think the weather is really quite good for this kind of racing. It's a very good eye for racing.
Good eye, good eye.
Good eye. This kind of excitement that we have here today is just incredible. It's not the sort of thing that we're used to down in Australia, and I think we'd better have another Foster's and listen to a little more Australian music.
Yes, I think it's a real good eye for that.
Good eye.
Good eye.
Good eye. The winds are getting really quite gusty out on the course now. You can see the rain's actually beginning to start just a little bit. And yes, there's extremely heavy rains on the course at this time.
Although quite light.
Yeah, quite light actually. It looks like the Australian boat's having a bit of a problem handling the wind and the rain, and they've put the boom into the water, and it's incredible. The Australian boat is sunk. The Australian boat is out of the competition. It is sunk in the water, and there appear to be no survivors. The American boat, on the other hand, is just coming up on the committee boat. I don't know if they'll be flying a protest flag for the amount of waves set up by the Australian boat sinking like that. They're There seems to be a foul with a spectator boat, and
And the Americans have won the race.
it's incredible. The Americans have won the race,
And now a little bit of music. This is Mike Wolf reporting to you from Newton North High School, where Mira Swimming Meet is going to be held. This is a very exciting occasion. It happens once a year, with huge crowds coming out for the swimming meet. As you can see, there are scores of spectators who've turned out to see the swimming meet. And I think the race is about to start. And there's the swimming meet. And yes, it's Oscar Mayer's pressed ham. Good. Hi, I'm Mike Wolf, president of Joke Technology Systems. I'd like to take a moment and help you better understand the mirthful episode you just viewed. What you experienced was laughter, a whimsical physiological response to a form of humor we call a pun or play on words. In this case, the words we played on were the words meat and meat. The word meet, spelled M-E-E-T, is a contest or competitive event. In this case, the competition was between the swimming teams of several towns located to the west of Boston, Massachusetts. The word meat, spelled M-E-A-T, on the other hand, is a piece of dead animal flesh. In this case, we use slices of Oscar Mayer's pressed ham, made from the bodies of dead pigs. It is the contrast between these two very different forms of meat that forms the basis of our visual pun. You see, by directing your attention to the elements of the M-E-E-T meet, the swimmers, the spectators, the starters, we led you to believe that you'd be seeing a swimming contest, a swimming meet. But when we suddenly dropped the two pieces of dead animal flesh in the bowl of water, you suddenly realized you'd be seeing an entirely different kind of swimming meet. It is the juxtaposition of these two very different ideas that led to the sudden expulsion of breath, the spasmodic contractions of your rib cage, and the feelings of delight and pleasure that we at Joke Technology Systems call laughter. The management and staff of Joke Technology Systems hope that by your understanding this mechanism, that we've deepened your appreciation and pleasure at our humorous video, and that you'll realize that what you experienced was the result of the careful application of art, science, and technology, and not just another stupid joke.
Retsino Productions presents Greece Tourist Style.
Χόρεψε το σαμορτάκι να βουήξει η γειτονιά. Έλα, πιάσε μ' απ' τον νόμο κι όπα πρώτα το
With your host, Vasily Gus and Costa Living.
Κάν μου κουραστείς στο δρόμο, θα σε βάλω σε ταξί. La, 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 la.
Kalimera, Sas. My name is Vasily Gus. I'm speaking to you from Monombasia, Greece, with an absolutely horrible Greek accent.
And my name is Costa Living, and I'm speaking to you from, let's say, about 17 inches to the left of Vasily Gus's left shoulder, with an even worse British accent.
And we're here to show you Greece, tourist style.
Χόρεψε σιρτάκι με τρελή διπλοπαιδιά.
Monemvasia is an absolutely fascinating small town filled with tradition and history.
And we plan on telling you absolutely nothing about it as we teach you to enjoy Greece, tourist style.
You'll have a far better time in Greece if the Greeks believe that you're a tourist.
Oh, that's true, of course. Because if the Greeks for a moment believe that you're another Greek, they will subject you to all sorts of verbal and physical abuse for your slowness and your stupidity.
But if they know that you're a tourist, you'll be treated with all kinds of kindness and consideration.
For although Greeks don't much care for other Greeks, Greeks love Americans.
And Germans.
French,
And Italians.
and especially the Greeks love Greek drachmas.
So on your trip to Greece, be sure you are clearly identified as a tourist. If you do not have enough cameras yourself, then be sure to purchase a T for Tourist sign. That way you'll get to see Greece tourist style. It's important that you not only look like a tourist, you must also behave like a tourist. This means that you must speak loud and slow to all Greeks you meet. Scientists have proved that any foreign person will understand English if you speak loud enough and slow enough. For instance, if you want some food, say,
Me want food.
At this point, there are two possibilities. First, the individual to whom you are speaking may know English. What do you think?
Me want food.
Certainly, my good fellow. What sort of comestibles were you interested in consuming today?
Me want eggs. Breakfast. Good. Yum yum.
Ah, I see. Well, I'll have your order in just a moment. On the other hand, it may turn out that the individual to whom you're speaking does not already understand English. In this case, merely repeat your question or instruction over and over, each time louder and slower. Eventually, he will understand. Oíste?
Me want food.
Dígate, dígate.
Me want food.
Dígate, dígate. Ven que habla, dígate.
Me want food.
Ah, certainly, my good fellow. Well, what sort of comestibles were you interested in consuming this morning?
Me want breakfast eggs. Good breakfast. Yum yum.
Yes. I understand. I'll have your order in just a few moments.